Hello, hello, hello. We are on day two of my story, the story of Silk Painter's path to success. And I am actually looking at 20 years of journey, a very winding path, I have to say, but very exciting path. And I wrote in the description what I just wrote in a comment to one of you lovely visitors, that what I feel, well, I love life. That's number one. And maybe I am more on this, adventurous souls who always needs to have some air in the face, some, fighting against something. I don't know. But for sure, I see life as a being amazing adventure. And it's not, tiptoe through life. I don't believe in that. My sweet husband was always saying, Mila, don't make these big waves. But, I just think we are here. I saw my husband going like this, and I learned that life is happening now. And how I feel about life, this is my business, and I have a complete control. And yesterday I was talking about when I started the business, calling that Art for Happiness. Um, or maybe I just wrote it in a note. Um, I started the business and named that Art for Happiness because when my husband passed away, I, I was lost. I was new to Canada. I really did not know how things work, and I had to pull myself out. And I just took what I had, and that was, playing with silk painting, nothing serious up until then. And then suddenly looking at, okay, well, what I'm doing now, how do I want to, sustain my living? How do I want to support myself? Frankly, I was overqualified. I didn't get any job in stuffing the shelves in the store. Because, yeah, people could tell that, I am not the right person for that job. And I really did not know much about where to get support. So I took what I had, and this is my strategy always. And I'm guiding people in my course through that. If everything goes, or when we lose something, a part of our life, how I suggest or how I go about it, I always take what is left and create something new. I think there is even movie about that plane that crashed, and then they take the broken pieces and build something out of it. And this is, I think, entrepreneurial spirit, because we don't know where we are going when we start. And in my case, when you read this, these are this was written 2014, and 2013, 2014, and 2012, I started to write a blog about, building a silk painting business. And, it was already 10 years since I started. So it's a journey. But the key, and what I learned, and well, learned, right? What I had to learn, that I need to jump, even if I did not know will I succeed what I'm doing? So what I did, and this is what I see with many people. Yay, hi. You made it. I made it. Okay, I'll just carry on. I'm talking a little bit about what was then happening and what was, I think, the turning point. I did not choose to start a business. I lost not only my husband, but I lost also uh, all the financial support, and I stood there knowing not much, and I had to just take everything, put everything in one basket. So I made basically inventory. What do I have? So I had a camera, I had a car, I had a home, I had the skill. I knew how to paint on silk. And at that time, I already created greeting cards. Some of them were with original silk paintings on them, and some were just prints. And I took what I had on inventory and went to the south of British Columbia, where there is small population, because where I live right now, it's the far north and quite remote. So I packed everything up and went to the south, and for the time of Christmas shows, consumer shows. And what I learned very quickly, and you may find this beneficial for yourself. The first thing what I noticed was, wherever I went, and I had 7 shows booked, each place was on different locations, still in same area, but the public was completely different, and what they were looking for was also different. So I learned I can pick the venue and have my products prepared for that audience. That's what I learned there. The second thing that I learned was I went there, it's 1,200 kilometers driving. So I packed up everything, but I sold out certain pieces and within a short period of time, and I was so far from my studio, I couldn't replenish my inventory. That was the second lesson that I learned. The third lesson I learned was, Mila, you don't do this anymore, because my management mind and brain always is with me. And if you do consumer shows, it's all good. I don't mind if they are close by for image building promotion. It's good. But where I went after this experience, I realized that this is not how I can sustain myself. By traveling, the accommodation was expensive. I ran out of inventory. I couldn't replenish. I clearly realized consumer shows are not the way I'm going to do that, because I lived so far from these urban areas. If you are in the center where, big cities or short distances, it may be different. But realize the cost of travel, time, and, and how much can you check or guess what will sell. You are producing ahead of time, spending time, going there, and something may sell, some may not. So my next step, and if you have the book, and I think it's in there, and it certainly is in the training that I have online, is my next step was wholesale. And I love that. And there are several ways, and I will be talking tomorrow about the different types of generating revenue. But in my journey, this is how I started. These were the first steps. First, I had to jump and try, because in my case, I couldn't wait. I couldn't afford to spend time without taking action. So the big lesson here is take action, even if it's imperfect action. Only massive action toward a clear goal, clear outcome, can bring you the insight that you can then use to adjust. In my case, the insight was no more 1,200 kilometers travel to go to consumer show. It's good for fun. It was okay when we were traveling with my husband on vacation and playing around. But as a business, for me, it did not ring the bell. So the next step for me was clear. I want to do wholesale, which required different pricing, which required a clear look at the cost, not only the product that goes usually, in my case, it was double. And because the retailer wanted to double the price they paid me. That means at that price, selling meant I have to make profit. So calculation was the key. And so I think 10 minutes are now done. So I will continue on that tomorrow, more about the products, more about the profitability and smart decision. I will tell you my journey in the next 3 more days. Today's lesson is clearly what I learned, and the biggest, how you call it, difficulty was just take action. Go into with all I have, and you know, I came out with insights. I adjusted, I moved, and today I'm 20 years in that industry, and I love to share what I learned. I hope it is helpful. And like, it's my apology that I'm here earlier, but you are here. Thank you so much. And I will be back tomorrow, like 3 hours later than it was today, to the regular times, which is here 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time or Arizona time. So here it is. Have a lovely weekend, lovely Saturday. And let me know if you have any questions. If you did not download this, there is my entire story, including the sales channels and everything. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, yeah. I'm looking forward to talking tomorrow again. All right, we will go deeper on that. But keep doing your numbers. Keep going with your business plan, because business plan gives, you know, it's a reality check. So we need to really, when we go from hobby to business, we need to become a professional. And I will talk about it in a couple of the next sessions. So here's it to your success. Have fun, and I'll be back then tomorrow. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that. Hello to Ireland.